from winning to outlasting. And this year, the TIP Annual Conference has reached its outlasting realm. These are the words that hit us at the dawn of the introduction of this year's Annual Conference 2024 by Wendy Ologe, Africa's #1 parenting coach herself. My name is Joy Eshimokai. I am a public speaking coach. I am the founder of Prospeak Life Academy, and I am the official MC of the Intentional Parents Academy. We have grown tremendously over the years, and it's all thanks to you, our amazing community of intentional parents. Let's take a quick look back at our incredible journey. In 2018, we pioneered online conferencing to reach thousands of parents for free. In 2019, we had 25 coaches reach over 10,000 parents. In 2020, 27 coaches reached over 30,000 parents. In 2021, we had 30 coaches over 7 days reach over 50,000 parents. In 2022, we had 32 coaches over 7 days, reaching 100,000 parents with over 1 million impressions on YouTube. In 2023, we had 30 coaches again, over 7 days, reach 150,000 parents with over 2 million impressions on YouTube. And now, TIP Conference 2024 with the theme, Raising Kings, those who make them, and those who sit at the table with King, with an outstanding 34 speakers. By the way, have you attended the TIP conference for 7 years straight? Then you will understand when I say you don't want to miss any session. It is an array of coaches from all over the world. The Academy has brought you the who is who of parenting to teach you parenting and make the world a better place. We are bringing you key players at this year's conference. Share the name of that speaker who you can't wait to see. Do you know any parents or parents to be? Share with them, tag them now. Spread the word and let's make this the most impactful TIP Annual Conference yet. Thank you for being a part of this incredible journey. We can't wait to see you at the TIP Academy. My name is Joy Eshimokai. Together, let's raise kings.
And yes, it is TIP Annual Conference 2024, and you're welcome to that conference you don't ever want to miss. It is 7 years. You can't beat us to it. My name is Wendy Ologe, and I'm called Africa's #1 parent coach. You're welcome and to this conference themed Raising Kings, those who make kings and those who sit at the table with kings. Today, we're going to embark on this journey to understanding the inspiration and one that is really close to my heart, rooted in the vision of intentional parenting. Sometime this year, the insight to actually put this as the theme of this year came up. However, the idea of raising kings came to me during a moment of reflection of the future that we want for our children in a world full of challenges and also full of opportunities. So we need to prepare our children not just to survive, but to thrive, to lead, and to make a meaningful impact. After the TIP Annual Conference 2023, I sat and the next theme, I started to think about of raising kings. I thought that it was just for us to use it as a framework that we run the academy on, which is actually what our framework sits on. But this year, I got the leading to get this to be a thing that every single speaker at this annual conference will speak on. You do not want to beat that. 34 people will be speaking on this one theme in the next 7 days. Raising kings is about nurturing the potential of every child, because every child and every person you see is a leader in his own right. And like we say in the Intentional Parent Academy, the messiahness of your child. Every child is born a messiah. Every child is born with a solution to a problem. The question will be, will you be able to find out the blueprint? I love the scripture that says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he grows up, he will not depart from it. You know, we quote it every day, become like a rhetoric, but beyond all of the things we quote, have we really sat down to think about it? Number one, it means that where the child is going, somebody needs to lead the child there. Do you know where the child is going? That's the first question. But you know, we have all come up with this, and thing that says, oh, parenting doesn't have a manual. Is that really true? But the creator of the human being says that there is a way the child should go. So your first point of call is to find out, what is that way my child should go? I believe that before the end of this conference, you would have a lot of moments of reflection and moments of looking for that thing that your child has been called for, looking for that king that the child had been made out for. Now, raising king is about nurturing potentials. This type of parenting requires a shift in your mind. I need you to understand that it's about intentionality in our actions, in our words, even in our environment that we create for our children. It's about instilling values of accountability, values of resilience, and then your vision. It's about teaching them to hear from the person who has made them. It's about being able to think critically. It's about working collaboratively. It's about harnessing their creativity to make a global impact. And here it says today, parents, this is your call to action. Teachers, this is your call to action. The time to get ready to take your position, your posture, is actually more important than your strategy. Because the Bible says that the children are like arrows in the hands of a mighty man. And I want to ask, who is that mighty man? The mighty man is you. And the positioning of how to throw the arrow for the mighty man is more important than the strategy, because if you are not standing well, you would actually not be able to throw the arrow to hit its target. And if you're going to be raising kings, those who make kings, those who sit on the table with kings, then this conference is for you. You're here and we're excited to have you here. Our children's future depends on the foundation we laid today. We are going to be proactive, and we're going to be deliberate, and we're going to be intentional about how we are raising them. We're not only raising our children to succeed, but we're raising them to lead. We're raising them to make a difference in the world. Join me today as we walk through the transformative journey of raising kings together. We will equip ourselves with tools, with knowledge and inspiration to save and also lead the leaders of tomorrow. Let us all make a commitment today to our children's future. Let us all make commitment today to those who make kings. Let us all make commitment today to those who sit at the table with kings. Kingship has a way to actually deliver on it. And I'm going to end with this. The Bible says that the journey of the foolish man wearieth every single one of them, because they do not know how to get to the city. And the journey of raising kings, those who make kings, and those who sit at the table with kings, there is a way. if you do not find the way, you will be weary. I am excited to announce to you that on this platform, you have the way. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for joining us in the next 7 days, where we are going to be having coaches from all over the world. Sit tight, get ready with your pen and paper, be well positioned, do not forget, so that you can get the rhema that is going to come out of this whole conversation, and we begin to run with it. See you at the top, where we sit at the table with kings. My name is Wendy Olugi, and I'm called Africa's #1 parent coach. Welcome here.
And Mrs. Matthew Ume.
Yeah, and we have 3 amazing, resourceful teenagers, ages
17, 15, and 14. We have 2 girls and a boy, and there's a handful.
So, I joined the Inner Circle from inception. As coach was announcing it, I was hopping in. I usually pride myself as TIP Inner Circle
001.
And then my husband joined.
I joined last year,
yes, last
December.
year. Yeah. Okay, so the Inner Circle for me has been a place of direction. I'm a coach. I mean, a super girls mentor. But when it comes to parenting, it's a different ballgame entirely. The role between being a mentor and being a mother or a parent. So for me, the major thing that the Inner Circle has done for me, and of course my husband, has given us the tools that we need. So a lot of times you have things that are in your head,
but you don't even know how to implement them. Yeah, but the TIP with all those tools that comes up every day has really helped me to have focus on how to channel those things in my head towards the children, so that I can be able to be more intentional about parenting them.
One other thing that the Inner Circle has done for us as a family, because now this is not just about us, our family has become a very structured and purposeful family. So I'll give you an example. We have a project, we have something that we want to do. The first thing we do is to plan it strategically. In the Inner Circle, there's no anyhowness.
Of course.
Everything
has to be intentional.
Yes, everything has to be intentional. So we sit together, have the conversation, and then everybody brings in their contribution, and we run. So it's not a one-man
show.
It's not a one-man.
And then usually when we start such things, we still come back to the drawing board. Everybody sits with the children. Then we still review: are there things we need to amend? Are there things we need to improve on, so that the project is going to move faster? With that, we have been able to. We are gaining a lot of speed compared to before, when it was just mommy and daddy, or daddy alone running the show. Now everybody is involved, so you get the more cooperation from the children, because they see themselves as part of what you are doing.
I think that's one of the greatest impact
that the TIP has done.
Yes.
On us.
I think another thing for me would be how resourceful our children have been. Like my husband has said, you are not permitted to sit and watch. In the Inner Circle, we usually say that the Inner Circle parent is a thinking parent. So when there's a problem, the first thing you do is think about the solution
to it.
So just like the way we have thought about how do we parent better, the children too also have that independent thinking skill, which by the way is one of the major courses at the Inner Circle. For me,
If we're resourceful as we're intentional and resourceful as parents, we're going to birth the same kind of
Kind of
children.
children, definitely.
What else has been what else has been a game changer for you? Please, I want to say something about my husband. My husband has, since joining the academy, become a play. When I met my husband, he was a playful person. Then marriage and stress of life locked him up. But now in the inner circle, because you will paint,
Definitely.
you will dance,
Of course.
you will draw, you will do puzzle, and so that part of him has come back alive again. And because of that, our family is more fun. Our family is more exciting. Our family has a lot of energy. And it's just been so amazing. Enjoying it.
Yeah, something that has stood out for me since I joined the inner circle is the class that we had on rest as a skill. You just need to tell yourself that I've done enough, it's time to have my rest. Because if you don't, nothing really works out for you. It's the time when you are at rest in quietness that is when you actually discover what next you are going to do. That class was something that was a game changer for me. And also the course on seasons of life. You understand there are different seasons in your life, and understanding this is going to help you to be able to maximize all the seasons of my life, all the seasons I'm coming across, even as I'm going on in the parenting journey. And also the TIP has helped me to become more intentional about parenting. If I want to talk to my daughter, the first one for instance, I'm intentional talking to her, even though at times it seems very difficult, but I still have to talk to her.
So our counsel to you is that do not stop at just being a visitor, a passerby, and somebody outside. Come into the inner circle. That's where you get the juice. That's where you get the gold. We want to encourage you to join us for the 2025 cohort.
Don't just sit by on the fence. Get in. It's when you are inside. And also what you should know, when you are in, make sure you apply the knowledge. It's applied knowledge that profits you. Knowledge that you just get and you don't apply doesn't profit you. So we are looking forward to seeing you at the TIP 2025 Inner Circle. We'll be there. See you there.
Hey, are you a busy Nigerian mom living in Nigeria or in the diaspora? Do you want to save yourself the stress of food shopping and cooking, and also cut down on multiple delivery fees while shopping online? Then Basti Foods is your trusted plug. At Basti Foods, we offer you a wide range of ready-to-cook foodstuff that helps you reduce your food shopping and cooking stress with our packed-to-pot foods. With our wide range of food items, you get to save multiple delivery fees when you shop from us at Basti Foods. Available in store are Ijebu Gari, already picked honey beans, already peeled beans, tapioca, yam flour, plantain flour, fufu flour, lafo flour, stove-free or further rice, crayfish, palm oil, chopper food items like dried pap, dried pomo, dried locust beans, yaji, etc. We also offer food bundling services for charity purposes and food gift packs. Our core values are convenience, health and hygiene, affordability, quality food stuff, and excellent customer service. We are on Instagram at Basti Foods. You can reach out to us on WhatsApp on 080-9928-1171. Again, 080-9928-1171. Let's get started on your journey to food shopping and cooking without stress.
Yes, and we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone from wherever in the world you're joining us from today. It is the TIP Annual Conference 2024, and it's day 5. My name is Frances Wadigo, and it's an honor and a privilege to be your moderator for this session. I would like to thank my coach and mentor, Coach Wendy Ologe, mentor extraordinaire, and the entire TIP team for this amazing opportunity. I do not take it for granted, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I have with me today the amazing Bethel, looking really beautiful and fired up today. Bethel, please let us know how you're feeling today.
Hey, TIP. I am so excited to be here. My name is Bethel Omeife, and I just want to say this is day 5. Monday has been amazing. Tuesday, wonderful. Wednesday, yesterday was fire. And today is another beautiful day. I am so grateful and thankful for my coach. I want to steal the words of Coach Ebuka. No yo-yo, my mommy. I want to say thank you for this opportunity. You are the coach of coaches. God bless you. You are all welcome to TIP Annual Conference Day 5.
Thank you so much, Bethel, for that introduction. And guys, it's day 5 already. How has the past 4 days been? With one word, just let us know how you're feeling in the chat. Let us know how the experience has been for you in the chat. I would like to see the comments. Yes. For me, it has been back to back baptism of tangible and practical wisdom. Yadas, are you here? Let's see your fire emojis in the chat. Absolutely. Thank you, Amina. Let us know how you're feeling today. We want to see those fire emojis. Okay, thank you so much. The comment section is buzzing now. If the past 4 days have left you feeling overwhelmed, wondering how do I get started? How do I raise kings, kingmakers, and those who sit on the table with kings? I don't want you to be overwhelmed because we will share our secrets with you. Bethel, please help me out here.
Okay, so this is day 5, and we are excited about all the lineup of today. And today we just want to say welcome everybody and thank you for joining this annual conference. Before we go on, we'll just quickly like to tell you about TIP. You hear TIP, TIP, TIP. It is the Intentional Parent Academy. What is TIP? TIP is the annual subscription-based parenting platform, academy, where you are held by the hand, where you are held by Coach Wendy and her team, and you are guided rightly through the process of parenting. Whoever says there's no parenting has no curriculum is definitely telling you a lie, because there is a curriculum and we have the curriculum in TIP, and that is what we follow. To join the inner circle, just pay 5,000 naira, and then it's an annual subscription of 100,000. You can pay instrumental. So you see, we make it easy for everyone. Francis?
Thank you so much, Bethel. The Inner Circle program, you can find the description at the bottom of your screen. If you need more information, please reach out to the team and we will be glad to have you. We call it the yard, the ark of safety, because flood Nabia. So please
Yes.
do not be found wanting. Now, let's take a quick review from Ayada before we go ahead.
So my name is Eddie, and I learned about the inner circle from my wife. And learning the journey for me has been about discovery. It's been finding out how to parent alternatively, and allowing me to become more involved in raising up children the way that I would want them to be raised, and looking forward to their growth and development.
My name is Debbie Echo, and the Inner Circle has just been a place of transformation for me. It's been a place where I have grown, or I am growing, because it's a journey. It's not a destination. It's actually a journey, and it's been a great journey. I call the Inner Circle a place of possibilities, because it's not just about parenting. It's not just about bringing up good children or having, good kids in the house. There's a place for growth. It's a place for growth. It's a place for transformation. Things that I had hitherto struggled with, I find myself letting go of, vices that were lying dormant in me. And being a mom just, helps you to see how you need to become a better version of yourself to create the kind of family that you want to create. And these things are not there when there's nothing to bother you, or when there's no one to bother you, or when there's no pressure. When the pressure of being a mom, pressure of being a parent comes in, and you find yourself just doing the same things that you swore that you'd never do, that your parents did. And the inner circle has just been a place where my eyes have been opened, my self-awareness has deepened, my self-discovery has deepened. I've become, a better person, a more aware person, and a better mom, really, a better human. That's what I would say. So yeah, for the inner circle, I plan to stay on. There's no dropping out for me, because transformation and growth has been phenomenal, and that's just my summary.
Amazing.
K. Benson.
Amazing. The inner circle is a place of transformation, and you have unlimited access to Coach Wendy herself, holding you by the hand through this journey of intentional parenting. Now, today we have prepared another blockbuster session just for you, and we have the amazing Pastor K. Nkem speaking on breaking the grip of addiction. I cannot wait to hear her. Guys, I need you to bring your writing materials and your attention, because you don't want to miss a word. Please give her a resounding welcome in the comment section with your fire emojis as we roll out her bio. Thank you so much.
K. Benson Akibe is a distinguished international emotional healing expert and licensed soul care practitioner with over 25 years of dedicated service. As the founder and chief responsibility officer of 2 internationally recognized NGOs, Living Your Dream Initiative and Secure the Future Initiative, Kay has made significant strides in the fields of child protection, youth empowerment, and women's empowerment. Through her initiatives, she has successfully taken over 200 vulnerable children off the streets, positively impacted more than 500,000 secondary school students, and empowered numerous women. Kay's influence is far-reaching and transformative. Her leadership and ministerial experience under the umbrella of Firm Foundation International, where she serves alongside her husband as lead pastor, spans over 2 decades. During this time, she has been a beacon of hope and change. As a public and keynote speaker, Kay has inspired and mentored numerous youths and women, sharing her insights on life, emotional healing, relationships, and family dynamics. She is also the anchor of the popular TV, radio, and online streaming program, Living Your Dreams with Kay, which airs every Thursday evening. Through this platform, she continues to inspire and empower a broad audience. In addition to her media presence, Kay runs a soul care ministry called Unbound, Soul Care and Transformation Services. Her expertise has helped over 1,000 individuals heal from trauma and emotional wounds, achieving personal growth and solidifying her reputation as a leading figure in emotional healing and soul care. K. Benson Akibe's unwavering commitment to her mission and her remarkable achievements make her a highly respected and influential leader in her field. Her work continues to inspire and uplift, creating a lasting legacy of positive change. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Intentional Parent Annual Conference 2024, K. Benson Akibe.
Ma'am. Welcome. It's so much of a pleasure to have you with us today, and it's a privilege to drink from your well of wisdom. Now, you have 40 minutes to just walk us through your talk today, and we'll take a Q&A session at the end. I can see the comments buzzing, so take it away, ma'am.
Francis and Bethel, thank you so much for that warm welcome.
Welcome,
So
ma'am.
good to be here. Shalom, everybody. Can I start? Is that okay? Okay, so
Yes.
I do 30 minutes. Okay? So good to connect with all of you, and I want to give a very strong respect and honor to great Wendy and this mighty work that is going on here. Several years ago, I used to tell people that there is no government budget to train people to be good husbands and wives or even be mothers. And recently, I've changed that. We don't even need government budget. But I want you to see that what is happening here is a job you will never retire from. One day you retire from being a permanent secretary. One day you retire from being a governor. One day you retire from being a businessman or even being a pastor. But you never ever get to retire from being a parent. Either today you're someone's father, grandmother, grandfather, godmother, and I can go on and on and on. You never retire from being a parent. So all of us, we salute Wendy and her team for changing the narrative and creating a curriculum, a pathway for us to follow. And it is something that we're not just calling her African #1 coach, we call her global coach. The reason is this: what is happening here today will change our world for life. Thank you again so much, and let's dig into what is going on today. I salute her husband as well, the governor. Thank you for the opportunity to do this. I welcome everybody. We are talking about breaking the grip of addiction. And I want to begin by saying that this is not to shame anybody. If I'm going to say anything, you don't have to turn around in shame. Shame is a prison and you have to come out of it. So I simply want to stop brokenness from happening. I like to see people grow. I like to see people make progress, go from brokenness then to personal wholeness, move on from personal wholeness to interpersonal competence, and then move from there to mental stability and spiritual growth. So I really want to see people make progress. I hate it when people are stuck. And when people are captured or kidnapped by any kind of addiction, they get stuck, they can't move. So my job today, as the time will allow me, is to share with us on what is addiction, what are the common types of addiction, and what can you do to come out of addiction. So, number one, addiction is a condition where a person feels a very strong need to use substance, drugs, alcohol, or even engage in certain kind of behavior. You know the thing about addiction, that it has negative circumstances. Unfortunately, when you get into addiction, first of all, there is need. You have a strong need to participate in addiction. It means that what is going on there is that something has taken over you that has so much power and strength. Something has taken that thing over from you. Your power has been relinquished to something else. There's a difference between drinking coffee and not being able to do without coffee. They are two different things. At one point, you have power. You can say, I won't do this. The other one, it is the coffee that is giving you instruction. Now, people can be addicted to anything, at all. The painful thing about addiction is that when you are addicted, you feel some kind of relief. You can feel some kind of pleasure. People do not associate addiction with pain. That's why people go on with addiction in spite of its long-term consequences. I heard a story about a woman who was on her phone. She's so addicted to her phone, a mother of 2 children. So she was playing with her phone, checking things on her phone. Her little child came to hit her, touch her, was trying to tell her that her second daughter, the last born, had fallen into a well. But she was so absorbed with her phone that she didn't even know what the girl was saying. Eventually, when she left the phone, she started looking for her daughter, only for her to hear that the neighbors were shouting outside. She went outside and realized that the last child has entered a well and drowned there and died under her nose. The reason? She was addicted to her phone. There's a difference between using your phone, giving instruction to your phone, and your phone being the one that is controlling you now. There are many of us who are joining here today and who may have children. The issue may not even be that they are on drugs. Of course, there is a lot of drug terribility on the society now, but there are other things. There are many other things there that we're going to look at as time will permit us. So let's look at some types of addiction. You have the social media addiction, you have the gaming addiction, you have the internet addiction, caffeine, porn, smartphone addiction, substance abuse. I can go on and on and on. But let's quickly go to this. What is it that actually causes this addiction? What is behind addiction? The first thing that is behind addiction is abuse of design. I'll say that again, abuse of design. What do I mean by abuse of design? I want you to think with me. You have a bottle of water, and then you put, there's something we call sniper in my country. You just put a little bit of sniper inside the water. It's no longer water because the components of water have been mixed up by something else. The reason I'm saying this also, I can give you another scenario. You take fish out of water and you throw it inside a boiling water and you say fish like water. Human beings were created for relationship. That's your design. Not only were human beings created for relationship, they're also created with 7 basic human needs. Every human being that is alive, there are 7 basic human needs. Time will fail me to talk about those 7 needs. And then for these 7 basic needs, there are 4 desires that play important role in these needs. When any of these needs are not properly met, that's where the problem comes. You know, life is strange. Life sometimes may go wrong or become difficult. We don't pray for that, but sometimes it happens. And sometimes love fails. In the middle of all of this, what happens is that people start looking for false alternatives, false replacements, hoping to fill the same need, to fulfill the need. What need am I talking about? The 7 basic needs and the 4 desires. These are needs that you were born with. If you remember, you will have need to be touched. I don't want to go into all of that. But when these needs are not met, human beings will start looking for false replacement or false alternative or false substitutes with the belief that any of these can solve the problem. This is what leads to addiction. And what are these substitutes or replacement? It could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be some certain kind of behavior, it could be thought process, it could even be an emotional state you check into to try to solve the pain you are feeling. Just imagine you are stranded in the middle of the desert, and what you will need in the middle of the desert is water. And if you don't find water, if someone gives you, God forbid 250 million times, if someone gives you urine in the middle of the desert, someone will drink. You are not taking urine because you want urine. You are taking urine because there is a need you need to feel. And there are many people who are walking about life holding crutches. And not because they need those crutches, because the legs they are supposed to use to walk is no longer there. And for emotional issues, it means that the tools, the equipment that they are supposed to use to live life and function ultimately is no longer there. So they will have to use false alternatives. So let me begin to see how we can tie this up. Let me give you just one cause of addiction. That one cause of addiction is wounds of deprivation. What are wounds of deprivation? Lack, neglect. Listen, deep places within your children's heart where they need to receive attention, where they need to receive time, where they need to receive love from their parents, and they don't get this love. Every child needs someone who is crazy about them, even if it is just one person. When that child does not get that love, that sense of you are needed, you are important, not because of what you do or what you don't do, just because you're a human being. When children don't get this, they are deprived of what they need. They are deprived of healthy nurture. You heard Wendy talking about nurture today. What happens? When these needs go unmet, when these basic human needs go unmet, lack of love, connection in your childhood, even those of us who are adults, there are many people who join this program, or those who will listen to this program before, after this time, that are dealing with wounds of deprivation. So you have this woundedness inside you. If they are not resolved, you will recreate that dynamics in the lives of your children. God forbid. When wounds of deprivation, when basic needs go unmet, life becomes overwhelming. And different parts of their life will begin, there will be some kind of disruption, some things will start going on in their lives. It can manifest as these things we call addiction that I've mentioned. It can start manifesting as addiction to porn, addiction to this, addiction to that. You will see persistent thoughts, you will see feelings, you will see behavior. What they are really trying to do is to fulfill unmet needs. And if they can't find a healthy way to meet those needs, sometimes they will meet those needs in an unhealthy, harmful way. I am an emotional relationship healing expert. One of the things that we do, we have these workshops that we do quarterly. One of the things I can never forget was a girl her parents are pastors. I realized that she would give herself to anybody at all. She give herself in a twosome sex. So when you asked her, she said, there's something I want. There is a need I want to meet. At a time, I was thinking that someone was trying to, manipulate her. But I realized that she was the one that was giving herself into anything. Rape me, but love me. Beat me, but love me. Do anything to me, but you can weigh on me. You can put anything on me. All I want is to get love and affection from you. You can you can use me for sexual tool as long as you will give me love and affection. By the time we began to take her through sections of emotional healing, we realized that one thing is unmet. Her parents, due to the burden of their work, have not been able to create time to spend with her. And nature hates vacuum. I'm looking at my time. Nature hates vacuum. Everywhere there is vacuum, nature will find a way to meet that need. And I thank God for this conference so that we can hear and make changes. I know you are busy. I know you're trying to make ends meet, and we are hearing times are hard, like people are saying, but you must create time for your children. Listen, the mistakes that were made in your own parenting should not repeat in your children's parenting. No generation should happen, no mistake should happen twice. We should not raise another precarious generation that will cause us pain. If someone has been traumatized because of childhood wounding, the person will always have this feeling in his heart. In emotional healing, there are about 3-4 columns. You have wounds and arrows that penetrated your heart and injured you. The second column now becomes the message it leaves to your heart. The person starts feeling abandoned. The person starts feeling not loved. The person starts feeling neglected, ignored, insensitive to my needs, humiliated, disowned, betrayed. Now, when this person is at this particular point in time, it will lead the person to start doing some things. You'll find rebellion, you'll find bitterness, you'll find people who can use other people for ritual because of what we call temporal values. You find some things that you can't explain. Sometimes when you look at our world, it looks as if we are living in one big psychiatric hospital, and we're asking ourselves, who are the doctors? Who are the nurses? The world seems to be going crazy. That the fourth call you, because when someone's heart has been wounded and the wound has not been addressed, it will now come out as addiction in some people. Now listen, you cannot say, oh, because this person, something happened to this person, the person didn't get into addiction, therefore why would this person get into addiction? People have different ways they react to things. People have different kinds of love language. We must understand this and do something about it. When a need has not been met, some of the people will check into a state of mind. You see, they have a place, an emotional room where they just check into. Just imagine that a man has an addiction. Though he is at home, he will always check out, even though he's with his children. So you see, we have people who are just flatmates. They live together, but they are flatmates. Sometimes you come into a sitting room, you find out that the son is holding a tablet, the daughter is holding a phone, the mother is holding that, all of that. So we have to all arrive at the point where we deal with our own woundedness. If you do not deal with the woundedness you have been carrying for ages, you're going to repeat that same thing in the lives of other people. There was a study that was done by Columbia University many years ago. It's just a research to try to find out how healthy in a family structure headed by a mother and a family structure where there are two-parent family, a mother and two-parent family, headed by a biological father and mother. They ask themselves, which one has more capacity to get a child involved in drugs, alcohol, and violence? And look at the result. The study was released to show that a child raised in a single-parent home, where the mother is the head, is 30% more likely to get into drugs and alcohol. He didn't say it, he will. 30% more likely to get into drugs and alcohol. That's to get into addiction. But for a child raised in a two-parent biological family, where there is a poor relationship with the father, it is 68% more likely, that is twice likely, to get into drugs, alcohol, and violence. Did you see that? For a single mother, 30% more likely. For a mother and father, where there is a poor relationship with the father, 68% more likely. Therefore, a child raised in a two-parent biological home, but there is a good relationship with the father, that child is 94% less likely to get into drugs, alcohol, or violence. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's totally improbable. Now, the issue is this. Beyond the two-parent structure, let us also emphasize the relationship within the structure. A relationship within the structure is as powerful as a structure. So not that we have a relationship, we have something that looks like family, we have some kind of dynamics. What kind of relationship that's going on within the structure? When we do our inner healing sections every Thursday, listen, 95% of the people who show up have father wound. I remember when we're having an emotional healing workshop, and I was just talking about fathers, the need for fathers to get involved. I was so happy to see, I've seen two men here who shared testimonies. And friends, while I was talking about fathers, a young man stood up. I just said, many of us here, your father may not have done well with your parenting and there's no relationship. It's time for us to forgive our fathers. And a young man stood up and shouted, "Why will you tell me to forgive my dad?" And he ran. He was running to go and smash his head on the wall. And God being so kind that day, there were people around who picked him halfway. And this young man fell on the floor and was crying. When I looked at the ground, what I saw wasn't the colorless liquid, like tears. It is one of the strangest things I have seen in my life. Now, when the relationship with father is not the way it is, children go haywire. I have 10 minutes. I want you to hear this from Michael Jackson as I begin to close. The king of pop. In an interview, Michael Jackson said that when his parents started the Jackson 5, he was 5 years old. At a rehearsal, something went wrong. he turned to his dad and said, "Daddy." His dad looked at him and said, "I'm not your daddy, I'm your manager." Michael said that he never forgot that. Several years ago, he was speaking in Oxford, England, to 800 students and professors on the foundation he formed called Help the Children. About 12 to 30 minutes into the talk, he started to cry and weep profusely and couldn't talk. They said the audience was very uneasy. A man gave him some tissue, and finally the king of pop got his composure. You know what he said? "All I ever wanted in life was my father's love. All I ever wanted was for my father to call me and say, 'Michael, I love you.' But he never has." Listen, it is relationship that create beliefs. It is relationship that creates values. It is relationship that drives behavior. I urge all of us here to listen very carefully. To influence a child, I don't want to call them kids, because I realize that the children of goats, the child of a goat is called a kid. So our children are not kids. They are not kids. They are children. So they don't start behaving like, I'm just, of course. To influence a child in every culture is not to be a rock star. That is powerful. It's not to be a great athlete or a politician. The most powerful platform is a daddy. There's no child that does not want to hear the heart of his daddy. Ladies and gentlemen, addiction will happen when a child has been deprived of the very love and very nurture that he needs to go forward. Of course, there's the aspect of stress, there's aspect of lack of higher purpose and direction and all of that. I don't want to go into all of that. I just want to stay with this as we begin to try to tie this discussion up. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear this. Our children will begin from what we reflect to them. Let's peel these onions together. Relationship, what determines the quality of relationship is behavior. What determines behavior is emotion. What determines behavior is thought. What determines thought is core value. Whatever becomes the core value that we create at home, if you have not dealt with your woundedness, you are going to throw out all kinds of lies. And when you throw those lies out, your children will accept them as truth. You know something about relationship? Oh God. Let me tell you something about relationship. A child who was addicted to heroin, you know what he said to me? He said the first time I took heroin, he said, if I felt like I was getting a warm hug. You know why? In that substance, there is something called endorphin. Endorphin is a natural painkiller. So for every pain this child has gone through from all the woundedness that has not been addressed, either mother woundedness, either father woundedness, or woundedness that has come from siblings and friends, the endorphin will come and heal. She will feel this kind of relief. The girl said, I will feel a kind of peace, a kind of calmness, as if my pain is all gone. And friends, what is the most sustainable way to end this? There are several. Since when people take these things, when people take them, they feel some kind of relief from the pain. Either that may have come from absence of father, or may have come from absence of mother, or may have come from absence of siblings and friends. Let's drag this way. Let's drag it this way as we round off. Your mother, your father is put inside your life by God for 3 reasons. He has the job of nurture. He has the job of protection, Your father has the job of security, has the job of identity. I am actually a Christian, and from my perspective, you must understand that identity comes from the father. And from a mother, what it looks like is nurture and comfort. And from siblings and friends, what it comes is companionship. Now, when there is role reversal in any of this, pain takes on. And because they are invisible pain, nobody will even tell you sorry, because nobody will know that you're going through any kind of pain. Sometimes people are on 911 emergency, 911 emergency. They are crying so loud. So you see them with all kinds of addiction. They are crying out, let someone help me. Friends, if you have not dealt with your woundedness, if you have not dealt with your pain, it will be very, very, very difficult to help your children. I want you to begin with you. We are changing the narrative. We are creating a new story. A platform like this is so powerful for people to begin to engage and share experiences with other people, see what other people are doing, hear from our great coach here, and make a difference. Have you dealt with your woundedness? The rape that happened, have you dealt with it? The absence of your father in your life, did you ever deal with it? Now that you have started your own family, many people carry their own junk and start a new family. So I always advise people, please, before you start a new family, deal with your woundedness so that you don't recreate in the life of your child what was done in your own life. My concluding thought, as I thank Great Wendy and the team, I want to encourage everybody to hear this. What they go to look for in addiction is because there is a problem addiction solves. What would be the most sustainable way to recreate this endorphin in the lives of our children? And that is to love them. And that is to let them know that this love is not because you did anything. This love is because you're my child. Even when I beat you, I just want you to know. When I mean beating, I mean when I want to correct you, let's not correct them in such a way that they are destroyed, their identity is gone. The most sustainable way to break addiction amidst other factors is to recreate the endorphin, which is actually a happy hormone. Let your children know they're important. Let them know that you love them. But it will begin with you. I know that a Jewish proverb said that life is terrible, I'm putting my words, when a pauper becomes a king. Thank you so much, intentional parents. Thank you so much, team. God bless you.
Wow. Thank you so much, ma'am. That was mind-blowing. Thank you so much. I took so much away. My takeaway is that do not create a vacuum that your children will need to fill with false alternatives. Thank you so much, ma'am. Bethel, do you have any thoughts?
Wow, my journal is full. I've been taking notes, and I am so grateful to God that I'm here today, hearing this myself. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. My takeaway is your last word. I was trying to, definitely I'm catching a replay, definitely. I was trying to write and type and all that, and the words were coming like missiles, hitting from every part of us. And my takeaway is that every parent should know that the most sustainable way is to create the endorphin, the happy hormone, back into the life of their children, because that will not make them to go out looking for that hormone, looking for that happy thing. Thank you so very much, ma'am. Thank you, Francis.
Yes, thank you so much, Bethel, and thank you, ma'am. We'll just give you some time to catch your breath, grab some water. Yeah, that's if you have any questions you would like Pastor K to address, please put them in the comment section. And we do have Pastor K's details on the screen. You know that this event is brought to you free from the TIP Academy. What you can see that the caliber of speakers we've had for the past few days have been exceptional. They are not free. So please, let us say a thank you to Pastor K by flooding her timeline. We have her Instagram details on the screen. Please follow, like,
Francis and Bethel.
Yes.
They rather follow the emotional healing handle, Unbound SCT, Unbound SCT.
Okay, thank you, team. If you can put that on the screen, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Thank you so much.
SCT, S for super, C for conference, T for transformation. S for soul.
SCT.
Yes, that's okay. That's SCT. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much. This was amazing. Any questions, please put them in the chat. Let's quickly address them before we let Pastor K go for the day. Thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that are you in the house? Put your comments. Put your comments.
Hello everyone, my name is Joy Eshimokai and I am the lead coach here at ProSpeak Live Academy.
Welcome to ProSpeak Life Academy. At ProSpeak Life Academy, we believe that effective communication is the key to success. Our mission is to nurture the public speaking skills of adults, teenagers, professionals, business organizations, and anyone willing to learn, helping them overcome their fears and find their voices. Our comprehensive curriculum includes hands-on training, interactive sessions, and practical exercises that cover everything from body language to speech delivery and audience engagement. We offer personalized feedback and mentorship to help each student develop their unique style and strengths. From intensive boot camps to free public speaking classes, we provide numerous opportunities for all our students to practice and excel. We have trained professionals from various organizations, held diverse free classes, and conducted amazing boot camps for preteens and teenagers. We have collaborated with excellent coaches and authored effective public speaking materials and resources that are available for sale. Join us at ProSpeak Life Academy and be a part of the transformative journey. Let's unlock the power of your voice together. To register for the 6-month Speak Out Bootcamp for your teenagers and also our August Bootcamp or one-on-one sessions, call or WhatsApp 090-6653-7703. Follow us on our social media platforms at ProSpeak Live or contact us today to learn more about our programs and how to enroll.
All right. Thank you so much. Do we have any questions at all in the chat? The team will put it up on the screen and Pastor K can help us address some of them. And please make sure you're following. If you have not followed Unbound SCT, please do that as soon as possible. So Bessa will have some questions if you want to take those.
Thank you very much, Francis. Once again, I would like to say a very big thank you to Pastor Kim K. Benson Ahibe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now we have a question, and the question is, how do you help your male child if you are separated so he will not miss that father figure?
Peter, thank you so much. Bridget, that's a very wonderful question. It's very easy, especially for those of us in Africa. In Africa, we have very powerful community. I was listening to many of the speakers and I particularly followed and listened to what has been going on. There is a community here in TIP. There is a community. There is always a father figure in our religious community. So it is now the job of the mother to look out around the community around and find someone who will help mentor the child. Time will fail me to go into all of that because I have another program to join. But basically, if anywhere you find a community, especially for those of us in Africa, there is always a father figure. Because, let's not go into all of that.
Okay, thank you very much. There's another question, and it is, how can I heal from this? I'm sure she's meaning all what you're talking about. How can I heal from this? I was raised by a guardian, and I'm finding it difficult to relate my girls.
First of all, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Healing can happen instantaneously, and healing can happen through a process. So for my practice, we have what we call Unbound sections, where we have one-on-one section with experts. They take you through to identify the pain and go through the process and release the pent-up hurt that has been there over time. So I can't begin to talk about it here, but you need to release the pain, release the bitterness Of course, it's not easy. It's not something you can do by your own strength. If you release that, you realize there is so much peace that you can't explain.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma. There is a question here that says, how much of attention do we give to our children per day? What activities or teaching do you advise we give while giving attention to our children?
I'll quickly give three answers. The first one is you know your child, you understand your child. Some children, quality time. Some children, acts of service. Some children, so the child, how the child is figured determines what you will do. But on the general note, is it possible for you to give this child hug? Can you do 7 times? Can you do 10 times? Because what it will do, each time you hug someone, you release happy hormones. And that's what drugs, especially heroin, that's what it does for the children. But you know your child. Of course, you have been taught here how to take care of your children. Whatever will get this child to find love and attention, that will heal the wounds of deprivation, that will work.
Thank you very much, ma'am. May I quickly add that it is very important to enter the app. Joining CIP, the Intentional Parenting Academy, will give answers to all these questions about how much attention, what activities in the Intentional Parenting Academy. We learn all of this. We have daily activities, we have weekly webinars, we have books that we're reading, we have a lot of things. You are not overwhelmed. You know what to do part time. So that person asking that question, this is your opportunity and your time. Get into the app. Get into the Intentional Parenting Academy. I think I cite another question, and the question is about showing love to a 19-year-old son whom the person thinks that they'll just be okay. That's it. What do you do when all your effort to show love to a 19-year-old son that is rejecting the love move just because we do not want to entertain his excesses?
Let me quickly say this. Better, there was something you said. Let me just add this to it, and then I can check out. Lawyers go to school to become lawyers, and then after that they go to law school. Same for doctors, even those who make our clothes. Why will it be that when it comes to parenting, we do not think that there is a mentorship program to go to? Look at how much money we spend on a wedding, and we do not spend the same amount of money for a mentorship program that will create a development track inside you that will solve problems. So for those of us who are here, you have a lifetime opportunity to join, to enter the act. Listen, that money is an investment that forever you will be grateful to yourself. So Wendy, Bethel, greet Wendy for me. Can we call it a day now, please? Someone asked a question about parenting a 19-year-old. Can I say the question again? Let me quickly answer that. If they take out the banner, so I can say, better you can ask the question again.
Okay, so the question is, how do you show love? What do you do when all your efforts to show love to a 19-year-old son that is rejecting the love move just because we do not want to entertain his excesses?
Let me quickly answer it in this form. I'll answer with a very short story. I have an 18-year-old son. I realized that we were not connecting. I realized we were not connecting. But something happened. One day I got on talking with him. I realized it dawned on me that while he was a child, there was a policy that you're supposed to come pick him from the children's church. I didn't have time to go pick him. And that left a woundedness inside him. We just discussed that. So we had made peace. Thank God we did that before he left home. You need to find out whether there have been a woundedness that has happened for which this child is bitter. I think I need to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma. Francis.
Thank you so much, Pastor K. Amazing. Thank you for addressing those questions, and we really appreciate your being with us today, sharing from your wealth of knowledge and wisdom. We appreciate you. We don't take it for granted. Thank you, and have an amazing rest of the day. And to the rest of us here on the stream, we would like to encourage you. Like we've said, join the inner circle. We will have Coach Wendy holding you by the hand and guiding you through your journey. You don't have to do it alone. This is a community where your life will be transformed and your family will be better for it. Thank you so much, everyone. It is time to say goodbye from myself, Frances Madigo, and Bethel. To you.
Thank you so very much. We should see you in the next session starting soon. Thank you, everybody.
Absolutely. We are rooting for you. We hope to see you
Yeah.
in the yard come December 1. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Hello, good morning, and God bless you. I'm Betty Ontapi from Cameroon, and I want to share a glimpse of my testimony about the Intentional Parent Academy. I call it a glimpse because if I have to share everything that I have learned and the testimonies I'm getting, I don't think that we are going to finish today. So I joined the TIP Academy 2021. Before then, I received a message from my cousin about the no yelling challenge because we have been discussing a lot about how to raise our kids right. So we always share ideas and information together. But I got to a point where I was overwhelmed and I started yelling a lot. So my cousin sent me the link to the TIP Academy and the challenge. I registered for that challenge that year and it changed a lot in my life. I discovered that there was a turnaround. Though it was not perfect, but I discovered that the change was like drastic. So I did not hesitate and I jumped into the ark, as we call it there. We call it the ark of safety. I jumped into the ark and the testimonies have been overwhelming. It starts with me first. I've become more organized than before. When I got there, I thought I was getting there for my kids, but I don't know that I myself, I needed the work that is being done at the intentional parenting. No wonder Coach always says that parenting is about us and not about our children. So when I started changing, I could now relate and parent my children better. The testimonies are overwhelming. My children are becoming more and more responsible, accountable. I've become more accountable. The way I treat my husband has changed. The way I treat others have changed. I've become more empathetic and all that. All this is because of the TIP Academy. And more so when I started implementing the tools that they give us for connection every day. Because parenting is not just about the children. It's about you. And the miracle comes from the implementation. So when I started implementing the tools that they gave us to raise these children, I discovered that I became more close. I understood my children more. Then another aspect, reading. Presently, I've ordered 15 books. Yes, I need to read at least those 15 books before this holiday runs to an end. The zeal to read was there, but it was not as much as I had it when I got to TIP. Raising children in this generation needs an advanced knowledge, and you cannot get the knowledge of the 90s or the 2010 to raise the children of this generation. You will fail. The world is moving in a very fast pace and we need advanced knowledge to raise these children. And you can get that advanced knowledge from TIP, I tell you. Coach Wendy and her team are doing a great job. And I want to thank you very much for what you're doing. And for every parent who wants to raise children right, I want to encourage you to join the ACT today. Don't be like the days of Noah. People were laughing and saying that this thing will not work. No, it is working. Join the ACT today and you'll thank me later. God bless you.
Hello everyone, my name is Biz Dean and I'm so happy to share with you my journey with the Intentional Parents Academy. Before I joined the Intentional Parents Academy, I was just a regular parent doing what I think is best in my parenting from what I've learned from my parents and the senior parents around. But there has been this feeling of inadequacy and also have no deal within me that there is more to parenting in this 21st century. We can't just do it the way our parents did it because a lot of things have changed. I wanted to a higher knowledge on how to parent better because I want to raise king. I want to raise a wholesome child. Then, out of that curiosity, in 2018, when I had my second son, I was searching for something on parenting, and when the login in just came out, I just liked her picture. Started following her. Wow, it was an educating and a transformative journey for me. I couldn't pay in then because I was feeling the money was too much. I never know that what I'm paying is a peanut to what I'm going to get. Then in 2023, I have this hunger for growth. I wanted something. I just feel tired of where I am. So she posted something about mentorship program. I didn't even know much about it, but because I know, they say follow who no road. Because I know that this young woman know what she's doing. I enrolled into that mentorship program and it changed a whole lot. The program ended in November and TIP was starting first week of December. I told myself, if I meet this opportunity, I have to join. The money was not that easy to bring out. I was trusting God. I believe. I said I must, by all means, I must be here. And I came in. It has been a wonderful journey. My marital life, the courses like emotional intelligence, you'll be able to understand yourself. Like the book we read in Inner Circle, why you are the way you are. I can tell why my husband, my kids, my sisters behave the way they behave, and I know how to follow them. It makes you more relaxed, more happy. My kids, like this week, this month we are reading Bringing Up Boys by James Dorsey in the Yard, level 1 yarders. And we have a straight boy child. We know why they are doing what they are doing. We know why they are throwing tantrums. We know why they are behaving. We know why they love cars, and we know how to follow them. Parenting is a skill. You must acquire that skill, and it's only in the yard. Please, I want you to join us, and you'll be happy. See, TIP is like an ark for this generation. Just like God gave Noah that ability to make an ark to save people from the flood. Flood is coming. A lot of things have gone wrong, but if we are in this ark, Inner Circle is an ark that will save you from flood. Please come to the yard. I want to see you in the yard. I want to see you smile the way I'm smiling, because you will be empowered. You will have skills. You have skills. Every month, every day, every week, webinars. And your life will have a different meaning. And people around you will know that things have changed.